Welcome to this explainer. Today we're taking a truly fascinating journey through the OpenAI Master Class. We are officially moving past the novelty phase. We're going to completely transform how you look at these tools. We're taking that simple, maybe slightly intimidating chat interface you've probably played around with, and we're turning it into a disciplined, automated infrastructure for your business. So whether you're a business owner, a freelancer, or a creator, by the end of this, you are going to understand exactly how to wire AI directly into your daily operations and literally reclaim hours of your time.
Okay, let's kick things off with a profoundly powerful mindset shift. You don't master ChatGPT by knowing more facts about it. You master it by developing better instincts for what to ask and how to ask it. This right here is the foundational philosophy of our entire explainer today. The folks who are extracting jaw-dropping, business-altering value out of AI, they aren't doing it because they've memorized dense technical manuals. No way. They do it because they've built the right reflexes. They know exactly how to guide the AI to get the precise results they need.
To help you build those instincts, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to start by building your AI foundation, move right into prompt engineering mastery, learn how to art-direct AI visuals, explore deploying autonomous agents and custom GPTs, and finally, we'll wrap the whole shebang up with business workflow automation.
All right, step 1, building your AI foundation and moving well beyond the chat box.
You know, most beginners just log in, type a random question, and stop there. But underneath that text box sits this sort of hidden interface that actually dictates the quality of your results. First off, you've got to choose your model deliberately. Use the fast, general model for your everyday writing, sure, but switch over to a reasoning-focused model when you're tackling multi-step problems like math or strategy, where a wrong first step basically ruins the entire answer. Second, use projects. Keeping your client files scoped inside a specific project means the AI always has the right context loaded up. That alone saves you massive amounts of repetitive setup time. And third, set up custom instructions. This acts like a standing brief that automatically shapes your tone and business context across every single response it gives you.
And here is a quick pro insight for you. Make sure you rewrite those custom instructions every few months. As your business evolves, your target audience or your services shift, if you don't update that baseline, that stale context is going to quietly bias your outputs. You'll be left sitting there wondering why the AI suddenly feels so out of touch with your brand.
With our foundation firmly set, let's jump into what is absolutely the highest leverage skill in this entire curriculum, prompt engineering mastery, the framework for precision.
Listen, if you want professional, precise, and reliable output every single time, you've got to stop writing vague requests. Instead, we're going to use the exact framework the professionals use, the RCTF framework. This stands for Role, Context, Task, and Format. Role tells the AI exactly who to act as. Context provides all the relevant facts and the situation at hand. Task is the specific job that needs to be done. And Format, that tells the AI exactly how you want the final output to look. Leaving even one of these ingredients out is without a doubt the #1 cause of disappointing, robotic-sounding answers. Let's compare a casual request to a professional one to really see this in action. Saying, write an email for my travel agency is just asking for a generic, uninspired output, but an RCTF prompt gives strict constraints. Think more like, act as a senior copywriter. Open rates on past campaigns have been weak. Write a 3-line email teasing our next departure. Give 5 subject line options in a table. See the difference? You're setting a role, you're providing real business context, giving a highly specific task, and demanding a precise format. That instantly upgrades a shot-in-the-dark request into a professional-grade set of instructions.
And this builds right into an essential daily habit, correcting in place. When the AI gets it slightly wrong, and it will, your first instinct is usually to rage quit, delete the whole thing, and type out a massive new prompt. Honestly, don't do that. Just give it a follow-up constraint. Tell it, hey, keep the structure, but shorten paragraph 2 and make the tone a bit less formal. Iteration is always faster and far more accurate than just starting from scratch every time it misses the mark.
All right, now that we've got our text generation dialed in, let's shift gears to visual generation. We're moving from writing basic prompts to truly art-directing AI visuals.
A strong image prompt really shouldn't read like a simple Instagram caption. It needs to read like a professional creative brief. If you want to stop getting those generic, cheesy stock photo results, you absolutely need to include 5 essential elements. You need the subject, the setting, the style or medium, so is it a flat vector illustration or a watercolor? You need the lighting or mood, and finally, the composition.
By specifying these 5 exact things, you are forcing the AI to return real, intentional art direction rather than just letting it guess what you might want. And here is the magic of editing in place, but applied to visuals. Say you generate a first draft of a minimalist travel poster based on a beautifully detailed prompt. It's about 90% there, but not quite perfect. Instead of totally redescribing the entire scene from scratch, you just tell the AI, keep everything exactly the same, but change the color palette to cool blues and add a small campfire glow in the bottom left corner. It's incredible. You keep your core composition completely intact while tweaking exact details using just plain language. Now, if you're generating a whole set of images for your brand, let's say a social media calendar or maybe a new product line, you want absolute visual consistency. The best way to pull this off is to lock in your specific rules, your chosen medium, your color palette, the line weight. Save that exact text snippet as a style block. Then you literally just reuse that exact same wording across every single prompt and only change the subject. This guarantees your branding never strays, and it's going to save you countless hours of frustrating trial and error.
Okay, it is time to level up again. Section 4, Deploying Agents and GPTs. We're scaling yourself with autonomous tools.
So while a normal chat just answers one single message, an agent actually breaks a larger goal down into steps. It uses tools like web browsing, and it keeps working until the goal is fully met. But here's the catch. They fail entirely if your brief is too open-ended. A rock-solid agent brief requires 3 mechanics. First, define the goal, the exact end state you are looking for. Second, and this is absolutely critical, set strict boundaries. Tell it exactly what it must not do. Do not spend money. Do not contact people. Do not publish anything live. And third, establish the definition of done so the agent knows exactly what success looks like, and most importantly, when to stop.
When you're handing off tasks like this, you really need to adopt this mental model. Treat every single agent output as a first draft from a capable but totally unsupervised junior employee. The time you're saving here comes from not doing the tedious compiling and drafting yourself. It does not come from skipping the review process. Always critically spot verify their work and check their sources before you act on it.
For those weekly, repetitive tasks, please don't just paste the same prompt over and over again. Build a custom GPT instead. It's a fixed, one-click configuration. First, name and describe it specifically. Second, write your instructions, defining the role, the tone, and the format. Third, attach knowledge files, like a PDF pricing sheet. And fourth, add conversation starters. And I've got a crucial tip for those instructions. Explicitly tell it what not to do. For example, explicitly writing never invent prices, use only the attached pricing sheet literally prevents the AI from just hallucinating a massive 90% discount for your biggest client.
Well, we have reached the final stage of our journey today. Section 5, Business Workflow Automation. It's time to wire AI into your operations.
You know, the biggest mistake people make at this stage is jumping straight into automation tools without a real plan. Before you automate anything, map out your entire workflow step by step. Then categorize every single step into one of 2 buckets: mechanical steps or judgment steps. Mechanical steps are rule-based. They're repetitive, they're tedious. These are absolutely ripe for AI automation. Judgment steps, on the other hand, require a human call, nuance, and strategic decision-making. Basically, those stay with you. Let's look at this transformation in practice with a simple tour inquiry. In the old manual state, a human has to read the email, draft a reply, manually check a spreadsheet for the pricing, and then try to remember to send a follow-up 3 days later. It's incredibly tedious, right? But in the automated state, AI takes over the mechanical work. A custom GPT drafts the pricing reply instantly based on your data. The human role shifts entirely to high-level review. You check it, you approve it, and you send it in under a minute, while the system automatically queues up that follow-up for you.
Which brings us to the absolute golden rule of business automation. Automate the draft, not the send. Always, always keep a human approval step on anything that is client-facing. Let the AI do the heavy lifting of gathering the data and writing out that initial response. But until your system has a flawless, proven track record over a really long period of time, human judgment must be the final gatekeeper before you hit send.
So, the crucial point we're ending on today is this. Are you ready to map out your first workflow and transform ChatGPT from a simple, basic chat box into your most disciplined, time-saving infrastructure? You've got the frameworks, you know exactly how to build those core instincts, and you know how to map out mechanical versus judgment steps. The only thing left to do is to actually apply it to your own business right now. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I absolutely cannot wait to see what you build.